Ladies and gentlemen, Misha, what's your last name? Misha!
And Icarus. Jensen has a dog named Icarus as well. There's a pig in my life.
When in Texas.
I can honestly say
His name is
that I
Sally.
have never had a pig in my life. Today. Why is there a pig in my life? I asked Icarus's mother, owner, handler, sorry, what the likelihood of Icarus
Which, by the way, is the name of
excreting
my
on
dog.
us was. And she said it's probably not going to go to the bathroom.
25% or
You have a piggy.
He's got hooves. Why is this happening?
why is there bacon on Jensen's lap?
Not funny. She's like, no, it isn't funny.
I think it's urinating on me right now.
That was me. Hello, puppy. That'll do, pig. That'll do.
Cheerios. Apparently, a pig training is secret.
Go on and only Cheerios. This is ridiculous.
Alright, guys. Well, anyway, thanks a lot.
Say hi to Brett. See you later.
Just you and me. Just a boy and his pig. Ready to face the world. All that lay ahead. What's that? He says, get ready, world. For Porky's revenge. Anything else you want to tell the crowd?
You're a real pig. Is the noise a happy noise? Because it sounds.
Probably not.
What's the real name? Yes, you rock, buddy.
Not Tuesday.
Oh my God.
I'm so sorry to subject you to that. Pig in a poke. And you know what that means. No? You don't? He's in the chat.
Good shot.
Okay, buddy. Do you have anything else to say?
My thoughts exactly.
Look, life's gonna be tough. But The stars, stay out of the mud.
Speaking of preparation, the scripts that come in before you read, you get a script.
Are you German?
No, I'm German, Russian, Italian. And so
German, Russian, Italian?
Yes,
Okay,
but I've lived in South Africa too, so...
what percentage of each?
Well, mostly German and Indian and Russian, but a little bit of
Indian.
and also some Iranian. So, when you read the finale, the last script, when you read the last bit of the last script for this season 12,
Yeah, 12, that's right.
well, how many hours did you hold each other and cry?
It's funny you should ask. Thank you for your question. German, Indian, Russian, Italian,
South African.
South African. It's funny because the last week of filming, I was actually sick the last week of filming. I don't know what happened. It might have been, we stayed with a buddy of ours, this guy named Misha. He plays Castiel. And
I remember reading the end of I remember reading the end, and it literally just burst out into tears. No, of laughter. And I thought, how much fun is season 13 going to be? I mean, talk about cutting the fat.
So, to be honest, really this is a me, Misha here.
oh, ladies and gentlemen. Chair number 3. We shot the last 3 days of season 12. It was a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, April 26th, 27th, something like that. And we shot like halfway to Whistler. And so it was a long drive. So Misha decided to rent a house, like a VRBO house, right? And he's like, hey guys, listen,
So just a preface. This was a moment of poor decision making. This moment that he's about to describe to you.
I'm sure it seemed like a great idea at the time. And so he says like, hey, Jensen, Jared, I know we're filming all day. It was night shooting, so all the stuff that takes place outside of the house, for those who have seen it, it was all Monday, like we started like 3 p.m. Monday, went to 5 a.m., started at 4 p.m. Tuesday, went to...
It was awful.
It was awful. It was night shooting, and Misha was like, hey, instead of driving back and forth and being exhausted, I rented a house so I didn't have to do the 4-hour drive round trip. If y'all just want to crash there, like it's a 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, whatever. And we were like, that'd be cool, man. We haven't seen a whole lot of him this season because he works like 2 episodes a year.
It was a 4-bedroom,
It was a 4-bedroom.
is what we were told.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we told Bob.
That was a little bit of a bait and switch. I was like, guys, I've got this huge place. Might as well come stay. And then Jensen went, you got up early. He played some golf. He went early to throw his bag in, and he's like, how many bedrooms did you say this place had? Because it was 2 bedrooms?
At most.
At most. That's stretching it.
It was 2 bedrooms. One of the...
I ended up sleeping on the
You
floor.
were on the floor next
He slept on the floor next to the bed that he slept in. I don't know what happened. I was in the other room.
You were resting after what we'd been through.
I needed it.
So we filmed till like 3 or 4.
How much of this story are we going to tell?
We're telling it all.
We're editing as we go.
We should
right?
tell it.
Not all of it.
I think we're, you know what guys, I think that's it for us.
I think we're done. I think we gotta go. And we were so close.
Danielle is telling us we gotta go.
No, not before the story ends.
So I get upstairs in the morning.
Okay, we'll delay a little bit for y'all. Fuck it. So Misha invites us over. We end up going like, they're thinking it's gonna be like a short day, that by short we mean like 3 p.m. to 2 a.m. Like, oh, it's only an 11-hour day, it's gonna be brilliant. It ends up going like 5, and so we go back to Misha's place, and we're like, hey, this is like a send-off for season 12, let's open a bottle of wine, have a few beers, whatever. And so we hung out and had a few drinks and kind of chatted there was like a patio overlooking the Chief, which is this beautiful mountain.
After we realized that there were very little places to sleep in this place, we were then like, well, I guess we should probably just stay up.
So we stayed up and then went to bed.
I do remember at one point being in the other room.
This is the night or the day of?
Being awoke by
Yeah, it was.
they're like, what are they doing in there? Have they brought in animals now? And
Like I said, I was sick.
Jared
I
was
had a real-
snoring so loud
It
that
was so
from down the hall in a closed door bedroom, it woke me up. And I'm like, how is Misha possibly sleeping in the same room?
Oh, he had been put to the test the night before.
He can sleep through anything.
No, he woke up for.
When you nudged him.
You're all like, what's true and what's not? I want to believe. No, so. we wake up and it's all like, we filmed too late, we stayed too late. And so the phone, so Misha has rented this house, VRBO or something, home away. So he puts
It's all under his name.
It's all under his name. So the home phone rings.
So stupid.
So Jared, me, obviously,
I love when he refers to himself in the third person.
I come upstairs to find Jared on the phone after the phone had been ringing.
so this is
The house phone. The
To
phone
fill it
that
in,
belongs
to fill
to
it
the
in,
home.
to fill it in
That
the
is
house.
not Misha's or us. Or
the house phone rings, and I'm like, hello, and the other guy's like, hey, Virgil. I'm like, this is Virgil. Yes, this is Virgil.
The
So-
actual owner of the home.
Yeah, I'm sitting with Mark, and Mark wants to cancel his lease a couple months early. It means we'll have to let him off the hook, but we have another lease coming in with him. And I'm like, pull the trigger.
No, I'm like, well, hey.
Hey, no, go ahead and do it. Sign it. This is Virgil. Sign on my behalf. Sign on my behalf. And so the guy's like, cool, man. Well, we'll just send the papers. And Misha's grabbing the phone. Finally, it like flies out of both of our hands. It's a
Into
wall.
a glass, breaks a glass. There's the sound of me going, no! Glass breaking, me grabbing the phone and hanging it up. And that's how the call ended. So it's, yeah, great, go ahead, sign on my
Yep, go ahead and
behalf.
sign on my behalf. That's fantastic. We've got Roy here to witness it. Yep, thanks, Roy. Okay, bye.
I couldn't believe the police didn't show up after that. And then the phone rings again.
No. When was the computer? When was your
The
computer?
phone rings again.
Oh, yeah.
I run downstairs. Right? I don't know. I lost the sequence.
You went to.
At some point, I
When
did
was your
something.
computer open?
I left my computer open. I went downstairs. That's when he started tweeting something about.
He jumps up, runs over to the computer, starts
Immediately.
tweeting. Then you hear Misha coming sprinting back upstairs as though he just
I ran
realized
downstairs. I
that the
ran
computer was
downstairs.
available.
I ran downstairs to unplug the phone so that like no more incoming calls would come into the house. And as I'm coming back upstairs, I like, I went into slow motion because of course Jared is sitting there on my laptop.
I think I was like tweeting Donald Trump like, couldn't agree more. You're the best.
That's right.
And so then it comes up, and now Misha's like, ugh, okay, I have my phone, I have the house phone, I have my
I'm just
computer.
Meanwhile, it was the best morning cup of coffee entertainment I've ever had. I'm just sitting there at the table like,
And so then it's time to shower. Then it's time to get ready for work. And so, keep in mind, this is like a very nice house. It's been like architectured, and it's very beautiful home, pretty new. And so the phone is unplugged. Misha has taken back over his Twitter. And so he goes to shower, get ready for work, or whatever. And I'm upstairs, and I'm like, I'm gonna turn on CNN, like, whatever. And I'm going, it's like it's some unusual Canadian satellite system I'm not used to, so CNN's not the same channel, so I'm like flipping through channels, and it gets to like, boys in the shower. Or something, boys in their butts, or something like that, 7. And I was like, huh. And I pushed order.
That piqued your interest?
Yeah, Misha's on the bill, man.
He picked, and to be specific, he selected subscribe, which was very expensive.
Assuming, in all fairness, that the homeowner wouldn't rent his house out to people without putting a block on pay-per-view, but he didn't. He didn't block his pay-per-view. And so he subscribed, well, Misha, the tenant, subscribed to, it was like, boys, handsome butts.
It was very
sex or something.
Very, very, very graphic bathroom sex. And I believe you subscribed like to the month, like the forever.
it was an annual subscription.
In all fairness, they were offering a deal at the time.
I spent
$30
by the
a
way,
month, 200. Yeah.
They left before me for work, and I spent almost 2 hours trying to unsubscribe. Unsuccessfully. I could not unsubscribe because I didn't have the password that he had created. And on that note, we're out. Thank you, guys.
May I join? What was that music? It was amazing, whatever it was. So for those who were a part of the Misha Jared panel, we had a discussion and we couldn't find any watermelons. We could find pink balloons. So Mr. Eccles, do you mind doing me the great pleasure of handing me one pink balloon, please?
I literally just tied him.
I know, I saw that. If it wasn't the circus music, I was like, Eccles, Eccles, Eccles. All I hear is is it a tuba?
How good a knot did you tie? You know what? I tied the kind of knot that a professional knows how to tie.
Is he working at Bridges? What is he talking about?
Seriously, that's how you tie a knot.
Or it's not.
Did he have to join us?
Stephen Norton was the
I
night
just
you were
need one.
You just need one?
Uh-huh.
I got it.
What are you this is awful. You want some help?
That went well.
So the other day, I was, oh my God,
I got
it's
mine.
hard. It doesn't do anything, it just gets,
That's what she said.
That one's too small.
That's what never mind.
Can't be done.
Here, you're gonna want this for later. Is he?
Well, so far so good.
This looks like something horrible happened. Thank you so much, whoever did that.
And apologies, whoever else did that.
What's in your pocket? No, your jacket pocket.
Some stuff. None of these ones.
The only thing that's visible.
I got some notes. Some stuff.
You got a note?
You got a note?
Yeah, dude.
What?
I've got some stuff.
You carry your notes around with you? Alright, that's cool.
What do you do?
I read it.
I can't read that quickly. It takes me a while.
You're a faster reader than I am.
I am not.
You read your script 40 times before you act it. I read it once.
He's just looking through for pictures.
True story. I haven't found one yet, but yeah. Oh, it takes me a second to digest. I like to really drink it in. I don't.
So you've eaten and drank. When are you going to read?
After the eating and drinking. I like to really let the script influence me.
No, I get it.
I am.
We need more music. We've got two other contestants.
Misha's what?
Missing, I started. What did you turn
Oh no, yeah.
He's missing.
He's missing advanced gene in his genetics.
Three-way
I'm
time.
pretty sure we all are.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. How about
There's
one?
extra smoke.
Oh yeah, they smoke it out. The lights go down.
And Misha, before you said that you didn't think Castile had a bedroom like in the bunker.
Yep.
So, but I hope he doesn't just like stand around in the hallway. So I was wondering.
In Castiel's defense, a lot of the doors to the bedrooms in the bunker have little peepholes that you can open.
From outside
From
to the
outside.
inside?
Her question is, what else does Castiel not have? Does he have a bathroom? Come on. Does he need a bathroom? Do you have a bathroom? Does Cass have toiletries?
No, he does not. I know that for a fact.
What is, as far as character development, in your head, what does Cass do while the brothers are sleeping in their respective bedrooms? Like, could you demonstrate it for us?
Yes. He stands outside your doors.
I do now have this vision of you just going like this.
The old pocket.
That's actually the season finale.
Right, that's it. Yeah.
1 hour of that.
It's 1 hour of them waiting.
The episode is called I'll Just Wait Here Then.
I don't get it.
Who are in the posters on the wall of the Fortress of Cassitude? What magazine?
Cassitude.
Cassitude. Like Grumpy Cat or any other kind?
No, it's like that cat that's hanging from a branch and it says hang in, it's just Monday.
True story. He's done his research. He knows his character.
He has that poster in his trailer.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Can you limbo?
He's good. This is you know that's ridiculous.
Why are you dancing?
I'm trying to limber up. So I don't know if I go left hip or right.
Take the book out of your pocket. That might help.
It's notes. I can't get up. Can you? I can do it. I can do it. I'm very bendy.
Ready to pick on the man with the bad knee.
Yes.
The bad. How about the youngest one?
Let's see if we got it. You can get you. Yeah.
No, I get down.
Damn.
I get down.
Yeah, that was impressive. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Misha Collins, huh?
That was a very clever way, by the way, to get a good crotch shot.
What happens if Sam Dean meet alternative universe Castiel?
They want you to beat the shit out of me.
Got it. Understood.
I'll tell you what. You give us a little alternative universe Castiel, and I'll show you what's going on here. Right.
You gotta give us a 3, 2, 1 action because we're actors. We can't just break in.
So 3, 2, 1, action.
Now you like what you see.
What went through my head was, they meet at a club. That was like a dance by
And you didn't even make it through the first 3 words.
For what it's worth, it was still, to this day, the best acting I've ever seen Misha do. So, in all fairness, we need to beat Apocalypse World Castiel.
Thank you, and I hope that answers the question.
We all know everybody has his weakness and has bad days and days when you need your rock. Who and what is your rock?
Misha really wants to answer this one.
Thank you. My wife. I have had some real lows in my life and times when I just felt like everything was going to shit, and just the simple fact of hearing her voice has brought me out of it. So I would say that my wife is my rock. And it being Mother's Day, I'm grateful that she is the mother to my children as well.
Yeah, actually, speaking of rocks, how many mothers do we have in the audience? Happy Mother's Day, you guys. Let's see, raise our hands again. All the mothers.
Next question, how many people in here have mothers?
That's an impressive turnout. A lot of people didn't raise
There
their
were a few
hands.
people who didn't. They were like, no. I was genetically engineered in a lab. And some of you probably were, to be honest. I think that's kind of an easy one for me as well, and that too is my wife, and I think that's one of the reasons why we got married, because there was one person in my life that I continually wanted to confide in, lean on, and draw strength from, and that happened to be the same person, and so I married her. And I will say this, however, she might be my rock, but I have some amazing pebbles in my life.
Agreed all around. Agreed, my wife, my kids. But I'll say this, if you're asking for a reason I think you might be asking for, are you married?
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. For those who aren't, I think one of the things I have found is sometimes it's nothing you expect. It doesn't have to be a wife or a friend. It can be seeing the moon in the middle of the day. It can be going for a nice run. It can be looking outside and seeing a bird singing. You're like, oh wow, life is pretty cool. So keep on, if something that makes you happy and is your rock every now and again, you don't want to burden them with that material. I get that sometimes where I don't feel like I want to let people that I really love a lot know if I'm having a hard time. Look for pebbles, because pebbles are sometimes all you need to get back to your rock. So thank you for that.